So, back for another VGC guide, and this time we are looking at Hisuian Typhlosion. It's much better than the previous one. Much better than old Typhlosion. The increase to its special attack is going to be very noticeable. Up to 119, that's pretty good. So, you basically just want to be spamming eruptions. That's the main point of Typhlosion. Like, we obviously have Torkold spamming eruption in Trick Room. Typhlosion can do that without the need for Trick Room. It's fast enough to make use of a Choice Scarf to outspeed most things to be able to get that eruption off first. It's going to be noticeably weaker than Torkold, but it's probably going to be strong enough, especially if you pair it with Terra Fire. And the fact that it's a ghost is a big buff for it, because you can't be faked out. So you can't fake out to stop the eruption. So that's going to be very, very nice for it. So yeah, the drop in speed doesn't really matter, like 95 as opposed to 100, doesn't really matter. Like, you can go timid as well if you want to guarantee you outspeeding things like Jolly Scarf Lando. People shouldn't be Jolly Scarf Lando. They definitely should be just Adamant Scarf Lando if they're going with that. But, oh well. Yeah, the increase in special attack is going to be very, very nice. Especially paired with Terrifier. Terrifier might push that eruption into just straight up Oko territory. Even if it's not, lead Typhlosion in the back, and it'll probably do like 70-80% to most Pokemon. So if they've just done any kind of chip to the opposing Pokemon, you'll probably be able to clean up with the Typhlosion. One of the downsides is that it didn't get a useful ability. It's very nice in closed team sheet best of one, for sure. Like, very, very good in closed team sheet best of one. But otherwise, you should be going for Blaze. Even though the point of Typhlosion is to be at full HP so that you get your powerful eruption, you might as well get something with a Blaze. Like in open team sheet, Frisk is very, very niche in the fact that it can do something. It determines speed tiers. So actually, if you want to be sure against an opposing Landorus, like if you both switch in Landorus and Typhlosion at the same time and you are Frisk, you will be able to tell if you are faster. So if they intimidate you first and you're modest, then you know that they're Jolly Scarf. So Frisk has some kind of fringe niche. It's not useless in open team sheets. It's very good in closed team sheets. So, like, obviously go with Frisk in closed team sheets. Blaze can give your Overheat and your Heat Wave a little bit more power if necessary as well. So I don't think it really matters. The fact that it didn't really get a useful ability, or like a very good ability as such, like Frisk is fine. Like, it's definitely not great in the open team sheets, but it's fine. So yeah, that would have been a thing that it could have got, because Samurot's got Sharpness, busted ability. Decidueye got Scrappy, very, very good for it. So yeah, you got Frisk. So it didn't keep up with the trend of good abilities for the hidden abilities for the starter Hisuian Pokemon. But oh well, it's going to be very, very nice, I think. I was debating between A and B. I think low A is reasonable. High B is also reasonable. I was a bit torn, because I'll have to actually see this mon in action to determine whether it's going to be useful or not. Because I think that the Scarf Eruption could be very nice. I think that the Choice Specs Eruption, if you're going on a Hyper Offense team, is also going to be very nice. That is, it's very justifiable to just slap onto your team. We've got, like, Torkoal trying to sweep in Trick Room. Why can't this try and sweep in Tailwind? I just paired this with Tornadus and just go for, like, Covert Cloak Tailwind. And you're a Ghost type as well, can't be faked out. You're going for a very fast eruption. So this is going to be pretty reasonable as well. I think that the fact that you can go Choice Specs as well push this into an A for me. I think this is going to be very reasonable on Hyper Offense teams, for sure. Just have some way of stopping Sucker Punches. Like, just put some kind of Quick Guard or something on the team, and then you'll be sorted. But yeah, this is the buff that Typhlosion need. It is a bit of a shame about the ability, but it's going to be pretty good. And I'm hoping that I'm justified in putting it as an A, because from what I can see, it could be very reasonable just to spam that eruption.